Hi, everybody.
Hey.
How's it going? How do we sound? Do we sound better? Quieter in here today. Curious if it helps. I like my chair.
Mine doesn't squeak here.
Yeah, sounds all right. Hope that the sound is good.
Sound like we're okay.
Improvement.
Well, Fireside chat number
Technology.
Double ones.
Remember. By the way, what's up, kids?
Yeah, I was worried we might. Hold on a second.
Good.
When your
Everything's so
11s are up,
easy.
you're gonna die on the streets.
I know, but everything's easy after you get.
Pass number 9.
Oh, yep. All right, hold on. Sorry about that. It's my bad.
Unfortunate.
Thanks, Ed Clot.
That plot is grand. How
Thank
doing?
you for the congrats. It's the soft launch. That's you just push it out into the pond, kind of just push. Haven't been doing the spam or anything like that.
No, only one advertisement. Spam comes bi-weekly.
Well, yeah, we'll slowly ramp the ramps.
Yeah, that's after the video gets
I
out.
did, however, this is we're not at formal report time, so I'll wait.
Nah, yeah. That's.
Indeed.
We're all in the mood.
Hush. Okay. Hopefully that's a little better. Sorry about that.
It's gonna make me watch the damn commercial again.
Best turn that.
Why do
shit
you
down.
do that?
Well, it's not actually. It's a lie.
Okay.
That was a lie.
Ad block, man.
I don't know that it works on this.
Yeah. Also, ads are becoming cooler
Sure that's not
nowadays.
how that
Some
happens?
ad blocks aren't working anymore. You have to update your ad block.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't have that problem in my experience, but
Well, YouTube. I've had to update my ad block because there are some YouTube ads.
yeah,
that
I
just
probably
play.
have mine set to update automatically or something.
Oh, the bot done asleep.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh well. Not much I can do about that.
No.
Hey, thanks for that, Rose.
Yeah, so the link that Rose just put up, that's interesting news. We can talk
good.
about that.
Beginning of the week thing we do here. Let's roll off with what we got done this week, such as actually got our Patreon up.
Yeah.
It is still missing our videos. We'll get
yes.
there.
Yeah, we sort of hilariously failed at our intro video last week. We tried.
It's actually part of the reason the mic is turned way down is I was trying to deal with that sound problem we were having.
Right. Yeah. The sound was bad. The patter was all over the place. It was pretty nutty. So we launched without an intro video because, as was pointed out, there's quite a bit of video of us already with the Fireside chats that you can watch, and you can get an idea what we're up to and what we're actually doing from that and from
Absolutely.
the site.
We are
You know?
still going to do a video though, right?
Sure, we'll do a video. I'm thinking maybe we should do one where it's like candids, you know? Like you could be typing at your computer and I'll come in with the camera around the corner and you'll like look up from the keys. You know, exactly. Give it a thumbs up. Starring Adam Maxwell as Snipe Hunter.
It would have to be a slow
titling
pan.
machine.
Like, Yeah.
It would have to be a slow pan though, while some like gentle music played like that.
It has to catch you by surprise.
Yeah, if we had a theme
when
song.
you're doing your thing.
If we had a theme song.
Yeah. So. Oh, I've okay. Yes.
Yeah, it's the link at the top.
It's the
not
link at the
one-
top.
And it's invalid because it's half Facebook, half YouTube link.
Yeah, it's.
I
Yeah.
actually looked at it right before the stream. I know what's wrong.
Yep. It
I
can
just
totally-
can't fix it.
No, I do believe you. I am in the middle of insanely too much writing. All the words, and I'm trying to finish a fiction because now I have to be publishing these fictions on a schedule, and so I'm trying to finish this particular fiction, and then also because there are more than one person that actually needs a full transcription of all of the cards that are in the bot, and there is no bot data dump.
That's actually explicitly a lie.
No, there is a dump. It's a
It is
JSON.
explicitly a data dump.
Yes,
There
is.
There is not.
There
is
is
an export
there
of
is
the cards only.
Correct. There is no organized way to export the data from the bot. So instead, I have every single watcher's stats, all of the commands for the bot, and all of the card data all in one giant JSON. And if you don't know what a JSON is, just Google .json and then look at images. And I have to sort through all of that to pull out the actual data and stick it into a spreadsheet so that those of you working with cards have an up-to-date record of what the cards are and what the readings are, both forward and invert. So, that's what I'm doing right now.
And what some of the images on those cards are as well, because that's what I'm doing. I am basically going through the cards and giving each card a common symbol that means a certain thing, so that once we get artists to draw up the cards, the artists will know
So that we'll have
sort of what the card
so that we'll have a map from which to outsource the art for the cards.
what the card should be
a list of the
compiled
symbols and motifs of the cards, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and that's all part of a sort of push in the background to get some momentum going on the div cards, because they've been kind of stalled for a little while, and so it's time to push that forward.
Oh, yep. The data's done. It's just a matter of pushing them into art. Once we can get the art, then we can learn about printing. I've already done some searching on what it'll cost to do print runs of those, and that's probably the next goal I'm going to put up on the Patreon after the map, which we are $25 away from.
Imminent.
Though I will be candid and say I've already purchased the materials for which to do the map, so
It's true.
I was there.
Indeed, you heard of it first.
Mm-hmm.
So, speaking of printing, we just finished our Teespring print run.
we did.
Yes, we did.
It was a successful campaign, so thank you for that.
Yay!
And our shirts are printing, so hopefully the next time we do a Fireside, we'll be wearing our Telescope
We'll be able
shirts.
to sport our shirts.
Yeah.
I don't know how long fulfillment takes.
I don't
to go,
either. That's
so.
why I say hopefully. But
Yeah.
and hopefully they're as cool as they seem. Like we picked the right shirts, so hopefully that all works out.
Yeah.
But as a spur of the moment kind of, hey, wait a minute, we can do this, get it done, and make it happen thing, it's actually pretty cool. From launch to finish, we actually finished it. And if you still want a shirt, even though you missed the time window, you can go, I want one right now, if you go up to the link that Rose put up. And if enough people want one, they'll do a second run.
Oh, how cool. Yeah.
That's
How
actually
about
really
that?
super
I
cool.
had not heard about that list until yesterday, so that'll be cool.
Yeah, exactly. And this is our first time using Teespring, so it's new for us too. But
If it works out,
I
maybe
suspect,
we'll come back to it.
yeah, maybe quarterly we'll probably end up doing something cool like that. We'll see. What else did we do? Oh yeah, speaking of stories, the story that I wrote last week is finally done being edited, so that's going to go up today. I wanted to actually do it before the stream, but I got roped into trying to fix the mic, so it'll happen after the stream. I don't have any art for it, which sort of sucks too. I got to pick a couple pictures.
Throw them in there, and well, of course, as usual, if any of you are artistically inclined and you are inspired by the story and want to,
Oh hell yeah!
submit a piece of inspired fan art, we are always welcome and open to that sort of
Yeah.
thing.
That would be
Absolutely.
amazing.
So,
Being that we control this website with our own hands, those stories can magically have art appeared next to them,
Absolutely.
in times that there might have not been art.
Speaking
I've
of,
seen
you,
such things happen before.
Have you guys checked into the Telestone thread? on
absolutely,
forums
the new
recently?
Telestone cards.
There's some cool stuff in
And-
there, man.
Yeah, I'm pleased at the way that the rule sets are kind of being talked about and how it's it's gone meta.
There are mechanics to a real CCG sort of being hashed out. I
right.
think it's got some really cool ideas.
That's
I agree.
really cool.
Yeah, I think when there's time, we might want to pursue that, because I could see that being really cool.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to come up with with a title that is not our working title, but
Yeah.
I'm sure that a card
we
agent
probably
is
can't
not
get
outside
away
of
with calling
anything.
them Telestones.
No.
Sadly.
No, absolutely not.
That would be pretty cool. Excuse me for leaning off frame here. I'm pulling something up on my computer.
I guess for those who enjoy some of the faff that I put up, I have a picture of a card that's basically done.
Yeah, that's coming along pretty nice.
That thing's cool.
A little bit of fan art.
Mhm.
Pretty hot. I'm liking it.
And just finish that up a little bit, and then it goes with a little
I was
poem.
gonna say, isn't there a read?
Yeah, it's a funny little poem about Orchard Green and how he went on a jog one day and he saw this thing and attributed it to Nodens. Wow, I have something stuck in my throat. Sorry, guys.
He's a frog.
Yeah, it was a throg. But anyway, this guy went on a jog and he attributed this thing he saw to Nodens, and basically it doesn't go on jogs anymore. Well, morning jogs.
Yeah, it's cool. I really like it. Like, you're gonna put it on the Facebook page when you're
Oh
done.
yeah,
right?
of course.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So some art incoming.
Yeah, some cool stuff.
Pretty cool stuff.
Speaking of cool stuff, I've been working on a couple of things. I mentioned that story was going to get published, and that's part one of what's going to end up being a serial,
Right.
because it's a much longer story.
Yep. And also is the first of the publicly available Patreon story bits.
Oh yeah,
So that
absolutely.
will hit the Patreon page as well.
Also, because of the work that myself and Legendary Neurotoxin and Kitsuki and Serb and a couple of other folks, Cloaked, have kind of gone through in the
PMP thread.
yeah. There's a lot of stuff done on Character Create, so I figured it was time to prototype a character creator. So yesterday I actually did an improv stream, which I'm not allowed to post because of 30 seconds in it, which is retarded. But,
Yeah, can't share that stream.
But that said, I streamed yesterday some work so you guys can kind of see what I do when I throw a prototype together. And I'll probably do another one of those because I need about that much more time left to finish it. But once I do, the current plan for Quick Character Create will be in a system that everybody can kind of get a feel for, and we can see if we like it or what we don't like and what needs to change.
Yep. Well, that's sort of automated way to throw it around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Not to mention that you're one step away from an app for creating
Yeah, it
characters.
just
at that point.
outputs a done
Right.
character.
Exactly. Which is why I figured it was worth the work of building a prototype.
Well, it's a little late for that now, unless it's still on the Twitch.
Yeah, it might still be on the Twitch.
You know what? It's probably on the Twitch, in which case we could download it and edit out that clip.
Yeah,
But
we got in
yes.
trouble with YouTube for it, though.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, Bandai and YouTube, they're like this. You watch out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so if we can put it up, we will. But otherwise, I'll just pick up where I left off probably next Monday and just do the exact same thing. It's kind of cool to have you all eavesdropping on The Office, too. That was sort of fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
it was pretty good stuff. Fun indeed.
No, I mean, like I was saying, if we ever get that Fly 360 camera,
Right. Just stick it right up there.
then you guys could literally just look around the office.
See what we're doing.
Yeah, it'd be
Peer
fun.
over my shoulder, is that right? Be like, nope, that was garbage. That was garbage.
I also did some work on the bot. I'm actually trying to figure out why it keeps getting disconnected from Twitch, and I think it's a Twitch thing, and so I think I have to do a bunch of shit to fix it. But our bot, damn it, I intend to fix it.
Yeah, I like her.
Oh, it was a little tasto animes cloaked.
Yeah, it was the opening for Dimension W.
Yep, there you go.
It wasn't even the full opening either. It was like 10 seconds of
Yeah, it was a little snippet
Mm-hmm.
of some Bandai animation.
Yeah, they did not like that being in there. Which is sad because it was fair use, but whatever.
Yep, fair enough.
Let's see. The divination card reader app didn't get a lot of progress made on it. I still haven't put all the data in. And I have to admit, I kind of used the excuse that Homeboy doesn't have complete data yet to make that the case. But when I get complete data, I'll put all that data in. And hopefully that's before I stream on Thursday. Otherwise, it'd be real uncomfortable for somebody. Hey, Chris.
I don't have any data to add to the bot. I'm actually just transcribing what's in there.
That's what I need.
Oh, okay. I'll give you the
It's
transcription.
not for the bot.
It's for the
card
program.
reader. Yeah.
Oh, and you would have to do what I'm doing
Because I
to a
can't-
JSON. You would
Because
say
I can't
have to,
import the JSON, it won't let me.
because you can't export a JSON as just the data you need.
Right.
Which is why another reason I'm picking over this JSON by
It's
hand.
true. It's true.
Oh well, in that case, I guess I'm doing a service. It's not as tedious and useless as I thought. Cool. That's good.
Oh well. But yeah, as soon as I have that, we'll start making some forward progress on that again. In the meantime, I have the character creator prototype to sort of keep us going. And like I said, I'll be starting part 2 of that story because next story is due next week. So
This one will likely be done by then. Should have been done like by today, but sidetracked. Other stuff happened.
Word. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, not that wasn't a lot, but let's see. And I hear congratulations are in order. Cloak's graduated?
Oh, yes. Congratulations, Cloak.
Congratulations.
Awesome. Yeah. I can't tell anything else I did because it's all secret.
We talked about the Patreon, right?
We talked about the Patreon.
Talk about how cool it is that there are already 4 people on the Patreon.
There are already 4 people, and I've already begun making bits of the world for some of them. Also, I made another thing. This one's pretty rough. Well, you can see this, maybe. It's probably pretty dark. It's big. And wide.
It's pretty cool, though, man.
So, fun stuff.
So, Headcloud.
3D virtual tabletop.
So Headcloud asks, for the pen and paper part of the game, have you considered a 3D virtual tabletop, either for AR or VR? And we have, actually. We totally have. We even think there may be some potential to get some funding for that, depending on how we presented it. But we're not at the point yet where we could make that pitch.
Right. We do have a wealth of assets we could use to knock up a prototype. Really, on any of these, the card reader, that sort of thing.
Yeah, well, as long as they're all interiors anyway. Yeah.
Right. That's what I mean.
And we also had the idea for the Chronicler as well, which would totally work with VR or some sort of augmented reality system because...
Well, the back end of the Chronicler is really data, so it would be about representation.
Yeah, well, absolutely, but it would still be real time. If we did it correctly, It would be, hey, look, this is the map of the area I'm looking at, and now I am bird's eye viewing over what's going on. My characters can interact.
Hey, thanks, Anani Mouse.
Thank you very much.
It's Anani Moose.
Anani Moose.
Hey, Nani Moose.
Yep.
Like in your hair.
Thank you
very much.
Hey, Nani.
Oh, cool. Good to know, Claude. That's excellent. A few other things I did this week. I filmed kind of a lot of glasswork, but I haven't put it together into any sort of form that I can show. But eventually, that will go on this channel as creative, and it'll probably be midday stuff when we're not here or when we're otherwise doing other stuff. PC, mobile, or both?
Both.
Yes, indeed.
Pretty much for everything. Anything that isn't explicitly PC and mobile will be web, so that it will be whatever platforms can load it.
Absolutely. Like that's a part of one of the things that we're talking about doing long term for the PNP after the publication of the PNP books. We're thinking of an app we could build that is essentially a GM's helper. We went over it with a little more detail 2 shows ago, I believe,
something like that,
2 or 3 shows ago. But it's what we're calling the Chronicler, and it's basically a live representation of the major forces in the world at any given time, including, of course, the weather and the
stars.
Probably the stars, the seasonally, the ley lines, all of the important stuff that you would need
trade between cities.
Just to know right out of time. Right.
The only things that we were
kind of
thinking that you wouldn't know were like major god movements and just the effects of those movements, but not the movements.
You would
themselves.
see the footprints of the gods,
but not
the gods themselves.
Them gods, right? Well, and you have to leave room for your game master to embroider your own story.
Oh yeah, of course.
These are just the stuff that's going on as like your day to day.
Indeed.
Silken Valor is cheaper now because.
But if, for example, we were to do
found blank.
Yeah, so like if, for example, we were to do some sort of seasonal event, right? It would progress over the course of real time and would be reflected in the Chronicle, so you could check it every day to see what had happened. And then you could incorporate those events in your adventures if you wanted to or not.
Into your party's adventures.
But that same data backbone is the stuff that the VDM was going to be doing on the world scale anyway.
In the Meow.
And so that backbone becomes the hook for other games, and together they all flesh out what will be the VDM in the Meow. Thanks, Claude.
Absolutely.
So not only do we get a cool product in the meantime that sets our pen and paper game kind of apart from other pen and paper games, we also get some early work done for our long-term goals.
Mhm.
Absolutely true.
Also ties into, I don't know, I think it works with the whole augmented reality thing too.
Yeah, potentially. It's all about presentation.
Right.
So like
The
I
data's the same at that point. It's,
could totally see some VR stuff, you know,
well, you just build it so you could look down at the map as your GM, right?
as if you were standing on it.
If you
Not
may-
like at human scale, but
Yeah,
you know,
looking over
If you
the map.
maybe presented
look up to see the stars.
the idea of
be pretty
playing a Telestin game or a story game as being I don't want to rip exactly from Magic, but because I can't come up with a better word right now, being kind of like a planeswalker with his followers or something like that, and you're going through some sort of story. If you present it that way, it could be and here's his, his book of spells or something, his book of memories, and that's the DM's.
Right, I
Doing
got
some Yu-Gi-Oh on the HoloLens, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking of some
Interesting.
added way you could augment reality, storytelling a tale in Telestin.
No, I think that's pretty cool.
It'd be weird. Are you a storyteller in Telestin, storytelling a tale in Telestin? Is it a game within a game within a game?
Should be.
Heart of the cards.
Oh, you gotta believe in the heart
Yeah.
of the cards, man. And
Yeah.
then summon Exodia with all 5 cards put together.
Hey.
Yeah, in theory, Watts, absolutely.
it would all be linked right
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day. What's up, Night Fingers? Good to see you.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Absolutely.
We were just talking about you.
Uh-huh. So, there's that.
So-
What else is new?
So,
A
So...
needle pulling thread.
can we not have another round of so?
We were talking a lot about the Origin Matrix earlier today.
Oh yeah, we've been talking about the Origin Matrix quite a bit. In fact, we are wondering how best to present it in the pen and paper game. That's sort of the context of the conversations. But we were also discussing the fact that we have, the editor and the simulator for the Origin Matrix, and maybe if I build a character creator app, it ought to include that too.
Yeah, all in one. And if there were a data input tool
There is.
after all of that,
There is.
Yeah,
It
well,
exists
then.
already. It has existed for over a year.
for the Origin Matrix, that's right. You wrote that back
That's
in the
what I
revival
literally
days.
just said, man.
You wrote that back in the
Thanks for
revival
catching
days. I never got to writing those entries.
No, sadly, some stuff happened.
I did write a beginning of a map, if you recall, where I had the cells. And,
I did see that, yeah.
Those salad days.
Oh, neat.
What? Well, I am your lore
That's a
warehouse if you need something.
good.
Just
That's a
let me
good
know.
idea too. Like,
It totally is.
Oh, the tabletop simulator.
yeah.
I own that. I mean, so you
So
know.
for anybody who doesn't see the chat, Lake is suggesting doing a fan-made Telestin module for Tabletop Simulator.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good idea.
It is.
Yeah, and so we were basically wondering how, like you said, how we were going to present the Origin Matrix in the tabletop, because there is
Old
some
school
difficulty.
way is
Table lookups, but table lookups make for a very coarse Origin Matrix. And
Fair.
part of what sets the Origin Matrix apart
is that it's a
is
little
that
less.
it's not coarse,
Yeah.
right? Unfortunately, that may be a sacrifice we have to make. I mean, we know the pen and paper game isn't the Meow, and so
I'm curious if you could have like, I don't know, segments of granularity where you go from coarseness that gives you some cues, a certain number of rolls on particular finer tables.
well,
And
sure.
So you can kind
So
of
do you
pull it down.
remember?
It's still going to be tedious.
Do you
though.
remember
It's central
Traveler? It's
casting,
basically
or it's a
Traveler.
Traveler, right?
Yeah, it would be tedious, but what
Well,
I was
central
thinking
casting
of
with
something
both.
was like something fine and granular about your history, and then something broad that you rolled to that granular thing, and then doing that X amount of times based on how many, I don't know, rolls that you wanted to do for a character
Years
you
that
got
go
to.
by,
Exactly.
Well,
So
yeah.
it'd be
no
like,
matter what, there's a minimum, right?
Right.
There's
Yeah.
some amount that gets you to 17, right?
Correct.
Because no character's younger than 17.
no, absolutely. But there's a lot of stuff in this game. Anyway, that so I was thinking like you'd have a table, so your table lookup, but that would be mostly background from who your parents were, and then you can roll for. You rolled for who your parents were, but then you roll for whether something negative, positive, or meh happened to you and your parents, and then you discuss with your DM what happens there. But that seems to have a lot of I don't know.
Yeah, that's so. Like I said, the problem is coarseness, right? How many rolls do you want somebody to do?
Right. How long do you want to take? Does this process take?
Right. So like when you're doing it on a computer, it's easy, right? It's choose your own adventure. It's fun.
Yep.
Even.
Click,
right.
click, click. Oh,
When you have to look up cells in a table, roll some dice, do a thing, it stops being as fun
and smooth
after a certain level of complexity.
Yeah.
Right. And so the concern is, well, where do we draw the line?
See you, Watts.
See you, man. But yeah,
Yeah,
so we're
exactly.
talking about it still.
Yeah. And that's just another content blob.
Yeah.
Lots more pictures too, because you probably want a picture in there somewhere next to. I mean, next to all that text
And I'm
all
doing
those die rolls.
I'm doing an artist request, like you said, just for the player's guide in general. So I guess that's something I'm doing that I didn't say. I'm doing an art request of basic things that should fit that should fit in a player's guide. Things that we need.
That's true. That was another one of your tasks. Absolutely.
Yeah. We talked about combat on Monday just a little bit.
Oh yeah, we talked about combat a little bit.
It's in the die off Gaben list, and since we're looking for things to talk about, I'm looking to the list, and off Gaben says madness, combat,
The Aufgaben.
The Aufgaben. Aufgabenmeister.
Exactly. The Aufgaben is saying madness, combat, and magic are the things that we should be talking about.
Oh, of course, Cloaked.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what
But
you do.
no new mods. It'll
No.
all be the same mods from the first time around.
It'll just be really pretty.
Yeah. And no new quests, no new characters. No.
We will still have Frostfall, right? Of course we will.
Frostfall?
We'll just have more.
In HD, exactly. It's SHD, Super HD.
Super HD. It'll be 15K.
Mm-hmm. That's a real thing. It's
Yeah,
UHD.
UHD, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Super 4K.
Super 4K.
What other web content do we need? I'm just looking up there.
The lore section needs to be fleshed out. Right now we are deficient in lore.
Yep.
Okay.
So much writing.
I understand. Absolutely.
So much writing. All the writing.
I guess if you wanted to flesh that out, just so it wouldn't be as accurate as eventually what he and I need to do with the stars and mapping out an accurate star list.
Yo.
But just
All the
to
sparkles,
add
yes.
some meat to that that page, you could add a lore. Known constellations or wanderers or bodies.
Oh sure,
just
we could
throw
do.
up the
Yeah,
art up
we
there.
could do an article about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There would be there would be needing that. What the fuck? There would need to be some writing to go with all of it.
Yeah.
Then.
Yep.
But I guess that's good.
Yeah, though right now, like what's actually what's the word I'm looking for? Slotted for those positions are write-ups on the islands,
Mm-hmm.
write-ups on Grey Shore.
Yep.
you know.
Okay.
They're even.
That's important too.
We're kind
there
of
are
mirroring
stubs
what's
of those in the original documents that I wrote to give to the artists back in the old days.
Yeah.
Actually, we have those in the Google Docs. I know that
Yeah.
for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's going to take a lot of time to compile that data. We just have to be able to put it all together and then write it so that it all flows. So, it'll take a couple of days once we get there. Problem is a long task list and few resources, right?
Absolutely.
But, with the Patreon going and, with the little bit we made from the T-shirts and stuff, I think we may be able to get a few more resources available from time to time.
Certainly. Maybe get some art.
I mean, yeah,
Stuff.
we do got a lot of like, shrieking banshee computers and stuff that have to be fixed too, but long term, I think the Patreon is amazing for us because it allows us to do things like, even at the currently pledged levels, that's a couple of pieces of good flat art a month.
A month. Absolutely.
Right? That's actually pretty damn cool.
Yeah, super useful.
And so, while I still lament our lack of art, I feel like there's a dawn coming.
Exactly.
That we've pushed through, and there's another side.
Well, and so those goals, those monthly goals, I'll take a minute to talk about them. They're like actual goals. They're achievements, right? So like if we hit, and in fact, like I already said, I already bought everything for it, and I figured out how much it would cost to do a print run of maps. So I judged that goal based on what the actual cost for me to draw out a map and for the map to get printed and then to ship that to a number of people would be. And that number fluctuates, but that number is based on how many people are pledged in it above $25. Because if you pledge in it above $25 and I've hit that goal for a month, I know I can budget the print run of the map, the few hours of my time to draw out the map and do the artwork. I have resources that can do the photo ready, the photo picture of the finished artwork for the printer. But I know that we can afford it at that level. So once we've got that and we ding that one and I send out some maps, I also have the leftover maps from the print run to put into the shop, which is another source of potential income. And we can reset the goal for the next cool thing we want to do. And when we ding that, we can do that, because it's a monthly cycle. It's each goal once it gets done turns into a new achievable for the patrons.
Yeah, so like I think next is probably art for the cards, right?
The heart for the cards?
The heart of the cards.
The heart of the cards being the art? Indeed. Because or the print run itself, or maybe a combination of the two, we'll see. I mean, I have to go canvas artists. I have a stack now of suggestions from various people in the channels.
Absolutely.
And Discord folks, and then other people I've looked up on DeviantArt and local art groups. So I have a stack, and I need to go basically shop our what do they call it when the government comes to you with a contract and you bid it?
Yeah, solicit bids.
I gotta go solicit bids. So I'm gonna do that next. So, but indeed, yeah, the next goal after the map will be bids. And I figured the map was a good start because it gives everybody an idea of what the world actually looks like.
And it's a cool thing to watch you make.
Well, that's true. Thanks. It might be fun to watch me draw it. But everybody likes maps. Maps are cool. Maps sort of nail down where everything is, and we were keeping the map from the community on Revival for so long, and
it's true.
And you guys were making up your own and sort of piecing it together, and it was really cool to see how close you got from the hints I dropped. But hey, I will draw it out for you. I'll give you all the pieces mentioned in the blogs and the stories so far. I'll give you the current kind of understanding of what the Broggians think of the post-Synod world of Greyshore and the Blackwell Isles, and maybe Anacotha to the north, or maybe we'll just say Edthos Anacotha. But I know what Anacotha looks like too, so maybe I can give you a Wanderer's map of that too.
Yeah, well, that's cool. I've used Stellarium.
That's pretty cool.
I've used it for my astronomy classes in college, actually.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah. I didn't know you could use it to make your own constellation.
Yeah.
I never used it that way.
You'll have to check that out, Starboy.
Yeah, I actually have it installed upstairs.
Yeah, that might make it easier to outline the individual stars, because I had an issue getting the stars themselves to pop and show with
The Nodens one you did?
Yeah, with the Nodens one I did. I could just show everybody where the stars were supposed to be with the dots and the lines, but no, that's kind of cheating, right? You want to actually have a little star effect right behind there, and so I was having some issues painting the star itself behind the drawn line, and that might help with that.
Nice. Yeah, well, it's free, so all you gotta do is go to that website and check it out.
Sweet.
Cool. Well, does anybody have any more questions? We're probably hitting close to wrap-up point.
I think we are running near our usual. You get 15 seconds for your questions.
Fighter practice today, man. You gonna record that?
Oh, and I'll be streaming a dev stream Thursday night as normal. I don't have any weird sudden birthday plans or anything like that. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Thursday
Interesting.
and
yeah, there's a whole stars.
yeah.
Motif. Yeah, interesting thought. I'll have to think about that. There was one more little sneaky side project, wasn't there? That we had not mentioned.
Yeah.
It is art heavy. It's a small story based sort of thing with some hunting and some hidden objects and things.
Oh, you're right.
So there's another thing kind of in
We
the
have
works
been kind of keeping that secret too. I
that we've been
forgot.
keeping on the lowdown, that we've been working on with a partner that we're going to see about. It's still in its infancy, and we're maybe going to open up another channel for it when we have a document that we've been thinking about putting together that can help to sort of be the overarching backbone of the thing.
But that should be really cool.
Exactly, and it's funny that you mentioned Comrade Headclocked, because it sort of touches on that. It's not exactly the same thing, but it is. It was brought to us by another person who was like, "I have this idea. What do you think?" And we were like, "Well, if you go to our Skyward Star website, you will see that in fact that's what we do for a living in real life. Is we help people bring their ideas to life, and we are willing to share our world because." We're willing to share our world with you guys while we do it. I mean, of course, we'd like to work directly with you, so it's not the game that introduces gun dragons to the Telestin universe,
right.
or the My Little Pony pantheon, because I'm not writing a Pinkamena.
Yeah. Well, and we have
not happening.
the
Come
resources to
on.
publish stuff. And then
Summon
maybe other
the
people
great
don't
Pinky.
have to.
Exactly.
and,
So we're open to these ideas, and we can spend the time that we have to discuss them with you guys in our private channels.
If any of you guys have any connections to anime art house studios, I'd totally I'd kill for a Telestin anime.
Yeah, we actually talk about that a lot. That would be fun.
Seriously, I'd kill for
No
a
gun
Telestin
dragons
anime.
cloaked.
Yeah, I'm
Unsub.
sorry, man.
No gun dragons, no Dragonborn, none of that.
I couldn't tell you, Headclock.
Yeah, then it wouldn't be secret.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna put somebody in the game named Sparkle Gun Dragon.
Sparkle gun dragon.
What's a gun?
No, is it a staff?
No. His name isn't Gun Space Dragon. It's
No,
Gun
it's
Dragon.
Gun dragon, right?
Dragon.
Gun Dragon. Yeah.
His first name is Sparkle. It's
Right.
Sparkle Gun Dragon.
Look,
I
I like
feel
it.
as if that should end with a at the end.
it's like SPA
Dragon.
with a couple of dots over it. RKL. A with an umlaut.
Sparkle Gun Dragon.
Yes. You forgot the U at the end of that zero.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sparkle Gun Dragon.
Not even dragons with tentacles. Well, dragons with tentacles are weird and different and questionable because there are things that have been drawn in Riddick art that look like dragons that
With tentacles.
Tentacles,
with tentacles, but in conversations that I've had not related to Telestin about sort of fantasy
with tentacles.
dragons and things like that. No, this was a while back, but I know they aren't dragons to what he would call dragons because my father has a high opinion of what a dragon should very well be in a role-playing game.
I do.
And
don't believe in
monsters,
scareghosts, but
monster
not
dragons
real.
that you fight are not actually dragons. They might be related
And the
in
screaming
some
goats, yeah.
way, but you are never going to actually fight a dragon and survive if he is
Your dungeon
involved.
master. Something like
Ponies with tentacles. We could have displacer ponies.
displacer ponies. But I thought you hated displacer.
like
beasts.
displacer ponies.
Well, we have a six-legged tentacled horse.
That'd be kind of cool.
See, this is exactly what I thought.
Like Loki's horse, but with tentacles.
Like Loki's horse with tentacles.
Yeah,
So
man.
it has to make sense. How did this happen? Personally, if this is okay,
Oh,
I
my
want
dargan.
owlbears. Can I have an owlbear with tentacles?
No. Yeah.
Well, it's really simple.
the
It's-
tentacles do help, but it.
They do.
It's really simple. All a Cthulhu cultist / alchemist / golemist / sorcerer / necromancer
/ troll.
created.
Definitely that last one.
He's a troll. I didn't know we had trolls too.
Well,
But,
wrong kind.
oh, okay.
Yeah, if I'm making the game, it's got trolls in it.
But no,
Clearly.
he wanted to create an owl bear as a guard dog because he thought owls and bears were both smart,
Because for
but not
years
smart
everyone
enough.
claimed it couldn't be done.
Right.
Exactly.
I'll show them. I'll make anything.
And then he released it, and it ate him. And then another guy came along and improved upon the owlbear, and that's how Fall Creek got pet owlbears.
With tentacles.
With tentacles. I forgot about that. Don't forget the screaming goats. No, the screaming goats are a Wayfarer thing.
Yep. No, they're canon.
Yeah.
No scare goats.
Scary goats?
Cost to get the hand-inked map.
the original
I
artwork.
don't know about the original. There will depend
I
on
think
what
that
it looks
goes
like
up
when it's
here
done, and
somewhere.
maybe I put it on the wall here. Or maybe I don't know. Maybe I put it on the auction house. I'm not sure. I don't know. I have not sold my own art in a very long time of this sort. Maybe I can make other ones. I don't know.
It'd be cool to make an atlas.
It would be cool to make a whole book.
Like a bound.
Like a bound
Yeah.
app. Ooh, that would be nice.
It'd
I
be
like
cool to make
bookbinding
it
too.
glow.
Yeah, I was to say you could get some of your bookbinding friends to
Yep.
produce that with you.
Yes,
Mhm.
I know. Yeah. I know binders.
Oh,
to
you
get
want a print?
just a print? I'm not sure what we're gonna put the price point for the print
But
at.
we are going to sell those.
But we are going to sell them. Absolutely, we are going to sell them. The run I'm going to do, you have to do them in chunks, right? So I think the smallest run I can do is 50 or 100. So exactly, copy is a pledge reward for $25. You got it, Rose.
Yeah, we probably will sell them in the store.
We're gonna go National Treasure and steal that map. You know what's funny, Cloak? I was literally watching National Treasure last night.
I saw that actually.
Well, it was own wife was watching it. I came out of the kitchen and turned around and was like, "What is this?" Oh, it's National Treasure. Look, Nick Cage.
The bees. Oh, that's an interesting announcement. Omba suggested that he may allow me to write a group of people who can be people.
Wait, a group of what?
Last night.
A group of people who can be people?
No.
You should be people.
No, they
All
should
people
be.
should be
Yeah,
people.
all people should be people, if that's what you see. Right? But, no. Last night, you suggested to me that you would think about letting me write a culture of people or a cult that would punish or kill people by taking a basket of bees and putting it over one's
Oh! Yes. Oh! So bees. Okay, bees. So
head. It is a song parody.
Verde comes up the stairs and is like, "The fuck are you guys watching?" "Oh my god, Nick Cage." "Oh my god, bees." And I was like, "Oh, bees, Wicker Man." Oh, and he was like, "Hey, would people in Telliston, kill people by putting their face in a thing full of bees?" And I'm like, it's not outside of the realm of possibility.
So now, no, they're totally going to be a cult of people. It's probably going to be a cult, some outer god or some bug god or something like that. And they keep bees and wasps and things like that. People think they're cool because, they take care of bees and they have honeys and shit. But if you piss them off, now they'll throw you in the fucking bees.
Bees.
And that's what makes their bee honey so good.
It's like
is
the
that
exceptional
it's
rose.
fed people. No, I'm joking. It is a Depeche song.
Is that
Baby
Depeche Mode?
Cannon.
Yeah.
It is Depeche
People are
Mode.
It's people are people, so why should it be?
Yeah.
Bow, bow, bow.
My mom loves that band.
Bow, 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 bow. Yeah, they're alright.
Mm-hmm.
Secrets in the North. If anybody plays Fall in London,
Why do you think it's called Red Honey?
it's the exceptional rose.
Yeah.
Hey,
And-
don't give away where I'm taking my I'm joking.
And the red honey. He's like, "Oh shit, that's where I stole it from."
I'm joking.
Dollars, honey.
And actually, they stole it from somewhere else too. I forgot what it was.
All stories, man.
Oh no, I know. I think it was a Sherlock Holmes story.
We done passed that around.
Dude, Fallen London's all
Fallen
awesome.
London
Yeah.
is sick. Like,
Fallen London is great.
good stuff.
I actually built an entire Choose Your Own Adventure engine for phones after being inspired by seeing Fallen London.
Wow.
That is
Oily
great.
Lord. That is a pretty fucked up thing to say, man. And Dealer 1902, that is likewise fucked up.
Yep. Oh, well.
Seriously.
Good job, man.
Right on. So,
Anything else?
we got anything else to say? Any other questions, or are we out?
Yota. Yota. How are you guys?
There we go. That fixes that problem.
Oh, it does.
Oh, well. So, yeah. Any other questions?
Wow.
Yeah, I like how it came in a wave. Was that like a...
A raid.
It was like a raid.
Yeah, interesting.
Nice.
Whatever.
No, it's okay, baby Ken. You don't have to
No
apologize for
worries.
being
No.
off the tab.
They got off light. I was sober.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't talk about their mothers.
Wow.
And boy, can I talk about mothers.
I would laugh.
I would
vie
probably
to
show it
open
on the stream, bruh. Yeah, I would laugh.
Oh,
In
yeah.
fact, I if you look down there, I invite the H mail. It's just no one ever sends it. I have to get homophobic crap in my streams.
Chat, yeah. Even that's rare, though.
Yeah, it's pretty rare. It's never clever. It's kind
No.
of sad,
Yeah.
man. I'd like to see a sick burn, but
It would make me laugh. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Make me laugh, right?
One of my goals is that if I become the YouTube guy who gets like one of those super unique, like, you would have to be part of the YouTube comments community.
Yeah, I
and
get
read
what
it
you're
all the
saying.
time. But
Yeah.
good YouTubers get at least one good insult, one good roast that is like, "You should die in a cancered baby-filled fire" or something
Wow.
like that. And
Cancer
like
baby.
the day that I
Nice.
get something
Thanks,
like
Ekla.
that, I will be so happy. Like, it will be grand.
Yeah, you'll be legit, right?
I'll be
when
legit,
you're finally
exactly.
actually called internet cancer.
And you know, now that I said that I'll be so happy that it happened, it's never gonna happen.
Yeah. You know how it is.
Uh,
Only out of love, Angela.
Only out of love.
hey, as long as it's the one love.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Yep. Any other questions?
Oh yeah. I know. I laughed because it does. I think I said yes, and dude was like high five. No, I remember.
I forgot about that.
That's funny.
did. This is
That
great.
doesn't bother me so much because that's a legit question, man. You might want to know. Am I a day walker? Yeah, I'm a fucking day walker. What do you want? Soulless, and you remember it.
The better to eat your soul with.
All right, cool. So I guess we're probably checking out then if there are no more questions.
Pretty sure that's a wrap.
So what are you doing? What are you doing next week? What's your plan?
Next week, finish the story in time to publish it. Move on to outstanding fiction goals. I'm gonna call one of those probably the website because that's a low-hanging fruit. That's a word.
Indeed. How about you, Verde?
Picture of the comments of the comet is definitely going to be done, and actually, it's not a comet. That is false advertising.
That's true. It's actually.
It's a meteor that has skipped off the Telestin, what is it, atmosphere.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so there's that. That will be finished with the poem that goes with it. I will, unless he says otherwise, I should be done with the artist request for those symbols on the divination cards, because that shouldn't be too complicated. Also, with
That would be cool to have too.
with the player's guide, unless you have like some very specific stuff, I should be able to finish that as well, because that's as simple as reading a couple of, manuals and going, all right, we need a picture that has combat next to combat, has a depiction of madness next to madness. It's easy stuff.
Yep, that makes sense to me.
So I should be finishing all the artist requests, some poetry, and I'll start another picture, because why the fuck not?
Hey, man.
Yep. And like I said, I'll be
create
writing
that
that
content.
second part of that story. We may not publish it next week since you're publishing, but I will have another part of that story.
Excellent.
And then just work on the various apps
Indeed.
with the long-term goal of finishing the player's guide. But they're all related.
And we'll also try to finish anything
Yeah, and
that
when are we
comes
gonna
in between that.
when are we gonna officially launch the Patreon? Because right now it's soft launch.
It's soft launched, right? We're going to officially launch it. I was going to discuss that with you guys when you guys were ready for a media blitz. I've got some credits saved up on one of my ad accounts, my targeted Google ads.
Yep.
I think it was Twitter. One of those guys offered me a bunch of credits, and I am hoarding them jealously.
Yep. They expire every few months, but every few months Google sends me $100 free.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna burn some of those, and I'm sure you'll hear about it
They
because
don't-
we'll spam all your channels.
Send me $100. They send me
Yeah.
$100 worth of free
Worth of
advertising.
ad credit, right? Which is totally
But
different.
I was thinking we were getting officially launching the Patreon once that video's out.
Well, we do want a video.
Yeah, because that puts us a step up.
We need to master
those
that though,
other
because
guys.
when we sit down and go, "Hi, I'm awesome. I make games.
I don't do that.
I make some
That's
fucking
not how that
games.
works.
I've been making games for a long time."
And that makes him an authority at making games.
Yeah.
Totally not an appeal. to
Then I
authority
usually
at
start
all.
laughing halfway through, and
Yeah, do you remember
we
the
look at each
TV
other kind of
ads?
awkwardly.
Do you remember the TV ads for the Ghostbusters in the Ghostbusters movie?
We're ready to believe you.
Yeah, those were works of Shakespearean drama in comparison.
Correct.
That's all I'm saying. It was bad.
It's real bad.
Yeah. Whoa.
So we'll
I
have
was
to,
kinda
we'll have to figure
surprised.
something out. We'll have to figure something out. Though I think I figured out the worst offenders of our sound problem, so it'll sound better at least.
Yeah, that's good.
Nice.
Definitely.
Okay. In that case, I think we're out of here.
Indeed.
Thanks for hanging out, everybody. We really appreciate it.
As
Peace,
usual.
guys.
And
See
we will
you guys next
at the
time.
Usual time next week.
Be well.
3:30 Mountain.
Yep. In chat channels and on the movies.
Indeed.
And I
Otherwise,
will see
us on
you
Discord.
at 11:30.
And check out our Patreon. There's a link in the chat.
Yep. Please.
Last question. Wait, last question. If I made a game in Telson
Universe, would there be a royalty cut? We would work something out.
Yeah.
Mr. Heckclot.
Certainly.
We would have some contractual sorts of
Yeah, for
understandings.
For you to be able to sell your game, we have to grant you a license to use the IP, which means we're going to have to talk about it anyway.
Right.
But we are not in the business of stealing other people's ideas, so there would absolutely be a share or yeah.
Absolutely. We would work out an amenable sort of situation.
We're not that one publisher in the Bay who uses a 2-letter name for the...
Used to be 3.
You're right. Yeah, we're not them.
Back when they cared about,
Nor is my vision
game
that active.
developers.
So
My vision? No,
Yeah.
it's very static. Static vision games.
yeah. So we're not interested in playing that kind of game. That's all I'm saying. All right, we'll see you all later.
Peace, guys.
Bye.
Be well. See you in 11:30, guys. Hey.
Bye.